JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. PM Holness has brought Jamaica into disrepute, says PMP. Opposition leader Mark Golding says the investigation of Prime Minister Andrew Holness for illicit enrichment has brought Jamaica into disrepute. Golding, speaking at the People's National Party PMP press conference Thursday morning, said the matter is a serious blot on the country's image, both locally and internationally.
So, Jamaica has a prime minister who remains under investigation for the serious corruption offense of illicit enrichment and whose annual statutory declarations for 2021 onwards still cannot be certified by the country's Integrity Commission as required by law. This is a serious blot on the country's image, both locally and internationally. It is untenable for our Prime Minister not to be in good standing with the country's Integrity Commission. We cannot go on like this. The Prime Minister must step aside now or call fresh elections so that the people have the chance to elect a new government that can take our country out of this mess.
Former Cabinet Minister K.D. Knight said the overall circumstances require that Holness removes himself from office so the appropriate investigative body can examine the allegations deeply.
And my advice to Mr. Holness is a simple one. I made some inquiries, and I'm told that he has a bag. I say to him, start packing because you are going. And if you don't believe me, speak to Mr. Golding, Bruce, that is. Pack your bags, put in your clothes and your belongings, because you can't stay as Prime Minister of Jamaica, because the international reputation of Jamaica is important, and you have, by allowing these allegations, brought Jamaica into disrepute.
The Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said in his 171-page investigative report into Holness's statutory declarations, he was unable to conclude illicit enrichment because he did not have access to Holness's expense over the relevant period and due to unresolved questions concerning the operations of companies with which Mr. Holness is connected. It said unless the Financial Investigations Division completes an investigation, it cannot certify the Prime Minister's declaration. Portland police charged boy in school assault incident. In a troubling incident that has sparked significant concern, a 12-year-old boy has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm after physically assaulting another male student on the compound of their school. The charges were filed on Wednesday, and the case is set to be heard in the Children's Court in the parish, though a date for the hearing has not yet been announced. The incident occurred on Thursday, September 12, and was recorded in a 40-second video that has circulated widely on social media. The footage showed the boy aggressively shoving, punching, and kicking another male student on school grounds. Following the incident, the matter was reported to the police and an investigation was launched. St. Elizabeth police uncover suspected car stealing ring. The St. Elizabeth police are reporting that they have uncovered a suspected car stealing ring after discovering car parts in bushes in the new building area. The operation, conducted on Wednesday morning, was prompted by the tracking of a stolen Toyota Mark X motor vehicle in the CoC district. At approximately 6:30 a.m., police officers acting on intelligence arrived in the new building area where they located the stolen vehicle hidden in bushes. Upon further investigation, the lawmen discovered a cache of evidence, including several vehicle keys, license plates, road license, and the various parts belonging to different vehicles. Authorities believe that the area was being used as a site for scrapping and storing stolen vehicles. No one was arrested in relation to the incident. The lawmen are still investigating. Shooting forces closure of Conway Spring Tax Office. The Conway Spring Tax Office in St. Andrew closed early today, following a shooting in the parking lot of the facility on Thursday afternoon. Preliminary reports are that there was an attempted robbery of an elderly couple by two men traveling on a motorcycle, one armed with a gun. The would-be robbers reportedly fled after they were challenged by a plainclothes police officer. No one was hurt. The shooting also forced the closure of the nearby post office. PNP condemns security threat against Prime Minister Holness. People's National Party President Mark Golding has condemned the security threat on Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his family, which resulted in the police being dispatched to their residence on Wednesday evening. Speaking at a press conference on Thursday, Golding said the PNP abhors any such threat against the Prime Minister and his family.
In relation to the incident that we heard about through the news last night concerning the homelessness in their home, that we absolutely abhor any such conduct. We call upon the security forces, law enforcement, to investigate it thoroughly, and if there are any perpetrators, to bring them to justice. And I want to extend my personal sympathies to Mr. and Mrs. Holness and their family.
The police on Wednesday night said they were maintaining a presence in the vicinity of Prime Minister Holness's residence after gathering intelligence suggesting a security threat. The JSF said the swift and effective action by officers successfully repelled the threat. Sentencing of Beach Stout and CoC convicting wife's murder again postponed. Everton Beach Stout MacDonald, a 69-year-old businessman, and Oscar Barnes, the 33-year-old man convicted of murdering MacDonald's wife, will have to wait another week to learn their fate. They were scheduled to be sentenced today in the Home Circuit Court for charges of murder and conspiracy to murder, but the hearing was postponed due to the unavailability of presiding judge Justice Chester Stamp. The new sentencing date has been set for next Thursday. Both men were found guilty in March for the tragic murder of 32-year-old Tony MacDonald. The case has drawn significant attention due to the gruesome nature of the crime. Tony's partially burnt body was discovered on a deserted road in Sherwood Forest, Portland, in July 2020. An autopsy revealed she had suffered 9 stab wounds and her throat had been slashed, highlighting the brutality of the attack. Originally, sentencing was slated for May 17, but was rescheduled to September, creating further delays in delivering justice for Tony's family and her loved ones. Woman warned to leave community, murdered alongside her boyfriend. The Major Investigation Division MID has assumed control of the investigation into a shocking double homicide that has left the Burke Road community in Kingston on high alert. The tragic incident, which occurred late Monday night, has deeply affected residents as they grapple with the violence that has disrupted their sense of safety. The victims have been identified as 48-year-old Philippa Gordon, affectionately known as Philly, a janitor of Caledonia Lane, Kingston 13, and 54-year-old Andre Wanyu of Grove Road, Kingston 10. Wanyu was reported to be Gordon's spouse and was known to frequent the area. Preliminary reports suggest that Gordon may have been targeted in connection to an earlier incident in the community involving a relative who has since moved away. Sources indicate that prior warnings were issued to Gordon, advising her to leave the area. From Monday, the place coming like a ghost town. Yeah, she didn't know, so them want to hurt her. It's that them couldn't get to the relative, so them take it up on her, and her man get hurt same time. It not look good in the community, a resident said. According to the Huntsville police, at about 9:10 p.m., police were on patrol when they observed a Nissan Wing Road motorcar parked along the roadway. The team went to investigate and found one who was around the steering wheel suffering from gunshot wounds to the upper body. Gordon was seen lying along the roadway with gunshot wounds to the body. The scene was processed and the bodies were removed to the morgue. We're scared once them start kill woman, it will become an all-out war because woman no like run up and down like man. You hurt one side, these people just spread violence and seek for hurt anybody them can catch. We want the police them stay in the community, just like how them stay at Rodney Road and Maxfield Avenue, a concerned resident said. The police are asking anyone with information that could assist your investigation to come forward. The St. Andrew South Police Division has seen a string of murders and shootings in the last few weeks. Up to September 14, the division had recorded a 19% reduction in murders. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has reported that 69 murders were committed up to that time, compared to 85 for the corresponding period in 2023. All other major crimes have declined since the start of the year. The national murder toll now stands at 825, a 17% decline year on year. Alleged killers in Territory Lane Massacre remanded. Two men charged in connection with last month's massacre that claimed the lives of 8 individuals in Territory Lane, Clarendon, have been remanded following their appearance in the Gun Court Division of the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. Dushane Smalling, 28, known as Snowman, from North Street in Maypen, and Leighton White, 32, also referred to as Barnes, from Havana Heights, will return to court on October 17. The men face a staggering array of charges, including 8 counts of murder, 8 counts of shooting with intent, 8 counts of wounding with the use of a firearm, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. During their court appearance, disclosure was made to the defense lawyers and a new date was set for mention of the case. Notably, there was no discussion regarding a previous intention to transfer the matter to the High Court, leaving questions about the future proceedings. The men are charged for the August 11 deaths of 7-year-old Aidan Bartley, Roger Mason, 48, Margaret Bonner, 40, Cavell Daly, 26, Diamond Bennett, 20, Errol Stewart, 68, Jermaine Booth, 33, and the 50-year-old Lawrence Francis. It was reported that on the day in question, at about 8:45 p.m., the 2 accused men, along with Steve Smith and other men, who were all armed with handguns, drove to the community where a birthday party was being held and fired at a group of people. The shooting left 8 people dead and 9 injured, including a 1-year-old infant. Following the shooting, the 3 men reportedly left the scene in the motor car in which they had arrived. Smith was subsequently killed by the police. Smalling was arrested after turning himself into the police. It is reported that Smalling took himself in to clear his name, which had been bandied about by bloggers. However, it was told that he was not a person of interest, but was sent to the Major Investigation Division in Kingston to provide him with written clearance after he insisted that he be given something in writing. However, he ended up being charged, and White was arrested while he was reporting as part of his bail condition in relation to another matter. Attorney at law Kemar Robinson is representing Smalling, and Dwight Reese is defending White. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.